How is everybody today? Nobody's here to even answer me yet. So how was your workout?
The workout was good today.
Yeah,
I told you a little bit too much talking, but I still got a good workout, so that's good.
That's good, yeah. Did you initiate talking, or did other people initiate talking?
Unfortunately, I did.
You did? That's funny.
Yeah.
But I did not go to the gym today. I woke up this morning and, regular time. And I have a very important client meeting today, and I realized that going to the gym and spending 90 minutes there was causing me anxiety. The idea of doing it was I didn't feel good. So I decided not to. I stayed home and I did my hair and makeup, obviously, as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I did the dishes, which, that's exciting.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. And, I listened to some relaxing music and just spent some me time. So that's nice. It's nice to do. I don't feel like it's not something I would do every single day because obviously I like the gym and going to the gym is important. But today the right choice for me was to stay home. Right. So I did.
And you should. And if that's how you feel.
Yep. So that was fun.
Me time is important.
Yep. So you're making yourself some oatmeal.
I'm making myself some oatmeal.
All the standard stuff. If you guys want to know what's in his oatmeal, I posted a picture on Facebook that I created with all the list of ingredients. So it's over on the R&R Journey page. You can go there and just look at the pictures, and it's in there. It says Russ's oatmeal, and it has a background of green vegetables.
I call it oatmeal, but that's really just one of many.
It's not oatmeal. It's half a cup of oatmeal and a whole bunch of other stuff. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of smoothie left from yesterday, so I'm going to eat some of that, and then I'll probably have maybe a little something else, an apple or something. My meeting is a lunch meeting at noon, so I'll be eating then as well with my client. So we'll do that. But so you in the gym today had someone come up to you and say something, and it's funny because yesterday we were talking to somebody about being whole food, plant-based, and she said to us, I just love meat too much.
Right.
And I told you yesterday there's a guy who said to me, meat is my one joy in life.
Right. And so the gentleman I was talking to today basically said to me, he's talking about all the vices he's had, and he's had to overcome. He was diagnosed as pre-diabetic and all this stuff, so he had to give up alcohol. He had no problem with that. He had to give up gambling.
Which has nothing to do with being diabetic.
Right, but it was a vice, and he had to give it up because it was causing other issues. He was able to do that, no problem.
Okay.
Now, one he just can't seem to break is the meat habit. He likes his meat, he eats his meat, he eats a lot of it, and he's trying really hard to break that habit, and he's just having a hard time.
Really struggling.
So I said to him, you just created my topic for the morning. And
so here we are. We're going to talk about that today.
We're going to talk about that today, yes.
So I want to talk to you a little bit.
Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning. A little bit as a psychologist first, which I know you guys are like, oh my God, here she goes. But bear with me, it'll be really short. So our brains are designed kind of in three different pieces. The first piece is our mammalian brain. Our reptilian brain. I call it the caveman brain because it's easier to say. So you have your caveman brain. Then you have your emotional brain, which is where your amygdala, and believe it or not, where your decisions are made. We make decisions with logic on top of them, but a lot with our amygdala and our emotions. And then finally, our logical brain, which is our most advanced part of our brain, our frontal cortex. It's the part of your brain you want engaged in arguments. It's usually not, but it's the part of your brain that does the higher level thinking. It's the part of us that makes us human. Unfortunately, our caveman brain, the part of our brain that is the oldest and the strongest and is where things like our heartbeat and our breathing and our, all that stuff that just happens that we don't think about, that's where our love for meat comes from. Because how much, if you're on the Serengeti, meat is a rare commodity. I've always said to you, if you can catch an antelope and you can expend the calories with a stick to kill an antelope, you should eat that antelope, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to chase antelope anymore.
Right.
And so that's why it's so hard to give up, because that part of our brain loves meat and tells us it's good for us. And it's our frontal cortex, our logical brain, that has to override that and say, yeah, I know that's how you feel and that's what you think, but guess what? In today's market, that's not how it works.
Right. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about that? So that's what I'm done being, psychology. Now you know why. So go ahead.
And so you asked me what I told him. I told you I didn't say anything to him, but actually I did say one thing to him. I said the toughest thing for anybody that wants to kick eating meat, or meat products, is that
animal products.
That it is quite honestly so shoved down our, excuse the term, throats in media in advertising that you see,
culturally,
it's just the way it is. I mean, I keep saying this. I mean, when we go to Ted's and we see somebody leave a table, and what you see left on the table is the potato and the vegetable, the meat's all gone.
Yeah.
I read there's a guy at the gym
Good morning,
that is
Sean.
a decent amount overweight. I mean, he could easily lose 60 or 70 pounds and still have some to lose.
Okay.
And when I said this to him about the Ted's, he said, "Yeah, that's me," and he laughed about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not so sure it's a funny thing, but.
So I wonder if there's a way, and I'm just trying to come up with ideas that might help people who are really interested in starting to eliminate meat from their diet. Is what if you start with eliminating red meat?
Right.
And switch, because we did that. I mean, for years, Russ and I were no red meat.
Yeah.
Just chicken, fish, and turkey. Not that that's better for you. I mean,
it's really
not.
No.
But start with one thing, and if you can make choices that say, okay, maybe you have chicken instead of red meat, or pick one that you decide not to eat, and then replace it instead with a vegetable dish.
Exactly.
So,
we actually went out for lunch yesterday.
We did.
To a Mexican restaurant.
In downtown Newark, Santa Fe?
I couldn't think of the name of it.
I think it's Santa Fe. I'm not sure. If somebody knows in downtown Newark what the
it's right
Mexican
on the corner.
restaurant is.
Yeah, it's on the corner.
They have a lot of vegetarian options.
And they had a couple of vegans.
They did.
And
that's when we met. The waitress told us she couldn't give up meat, which is pretty funny.
Right. So what we shared a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the fajita salad?
It was a fajita salad.
Okay.
But it was just vegetables on it, no meat.
Right, exactly. And then we shared a vegetarian fajitas.
Yeah, it had adobo sauce on it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but otherwise I thought it was really good.
It was really good.
And we left most of the cheese on the plate. I did eat some of it because I really like it. It's yummy. But we left most of the cheese on the plate, and we ate the vegetables.
The beans, the rice, the vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it is possible, but I think the hardest thing, and I think having a support group and an accountability group would be really helpful. So I think that's going to be part of something we build into the website. Right. Is probably a Facebook group where people can come in and really talk about, wow, this is really hard for me, or I tried this, or I did that, because I don't have all the answers. Right. Sean is saying he likes beans. Beans are phenomenal, and you can spice beans exactly the same way you spice meat,
right.
And it's really good. And we'll talk about it because people ask us. There's a really, I guess, issue people have with beans, and that it bothers their GI tract, and they end up being really gassy, which is not only uncomfortable, but it's embarrassing. But I can tell you that if you eat beans consistently, your body gets used to processing them, and you don't have that issue anymore.
And the thing to keep in mind, so when you're on a plant-based diet, you're looking to make sure you get the right balance of essential amino acids, so you're getting complete protein that your body can use. Mm-hmm. And beans mixed with rice is one good way to do that, because what's missing out of the beans is in the rice, and vice versa.
Same with corn and beans.
Corn and beans.
And wheat and beans.
And wheat and beans, yes. And there's other ones, and we were going to look that up, and I didn't remember to do that.
Oh, really? I thought it was those three things with beans.
Those are the three that they pointed out.
If he wants to look it up, guess what I'm going to let him do? I'm going to let him look it up.
Yeah, because I'm thinking there were some other things. There was like lentils was another one that had lentils mixed.
I count those as beans. I know they're not.
They're
but
not
I do
actually. Yeah.
Count them as beans.
Right.
So, but yeah, if you guys want to talk about kind of why you feel like meat is hard, and do you think that it is your caveman brain that's addicted, because that's what it is. If you can't give something up, you're addicted. Or do you think it's a cultural thing that because of the way that Americans are brought up, the first thing we think when we eat is, what's my meat product, and then what am I going to add to it?
Which is interesting, because we had the party over the summer, right?
We did.
Here, and we did not offer a meat-based main course.
Right.
It was a potluck, so it was everybody bring their own. And we assumed that anybody that wanted meat products would bring something that they wanted to eat. We had all sorts of vegetable stuff.
All kinds, and maybe it's because of who we are, and people know what we eat, and that's what they brought, which is cool. I'm awesome with that.
Right. And what happened was, like we said previously, when we first started doing this, we decided that, okay, so when we go out, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to have whatever, and then when we have people over, we'll have whatever. And that slowly changed to our attitude as well. If we wouldn't eat it, how can we feed it to somebody else?
How can we
if
feed
we
it to
think
our
it's
friends?
bad for us, what are we saying if we're going to feed it to somebody else?
Right. If we think it kills you or causes cancer, why would we?
Why would we share? Why
feed
would we
it to other people?
And so we stopped doing that. We started feeding, like we had a couple over, and we had a vegan chili. And and they loved it. It was great.
And I know next time we have friends over, I'm probably going to make the sweet potato lasagna, or the shepherd's pie, which is really good and really filling.
Right.
So I think part of it too is a learning curve, is learning what can you eat in place of. So yes, absolutely, there is an evolutionary reason why giving up meat is really hard, and I'm not going to tell anyone that, oh, it's not hard. It is. It's hard, but you absolutely can do it.
Right. And what we like.
What's Nancy saying? One friend who bought chili puffs. Nancy. You guys had sushi the other night that looked really good, though. I saw that.
Right.
I was jealous.
Right. And so, let me see if I remember what I was going to say.
I'm sorry. We were talking about what we were feeding people and making one choice.
Gone. Sorry, folks.
That's my fault, because I read what Nancy said.
Yes.
Carla loves vegan chili. It's good.
It's really
so good.
Yes.
And so I've been looking at recipes. Go.
I remember.
Forget.
So what we've been telling people that are having a hard time giving up meat products is start with one day, Meatless Monday. When we say Meatless Monday, what we're basically saying is no milk, no eggs, no cheese, no chicken, no fish, right, Animals Monday. Start there, and if you can get past them, if you can get through and make a regular Meatless Monday, then maybe you do a Meatless Monday and half a Tuesday. You know what I mean? I mean, that type of thing.
We're not saying you have to do it hardcore right now, this minute, but...
Right. Or if you can find 2 days a week where you stay off of meat products.
Nancy says my bean tacos are good, too.
Yes,
that's true,
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
You've eaten my bean tacos.
Oh, I thought she meant her bean tacos.
No, mine.
Oh, yeah, yours are definitely good. And then, of course, I lost the next thing I was going to say.
No, you're going to say Meatless Monday, half a Tuesday, you're talking about the progression. Sorry. I don't know why he can't do this, guys.
If I'm interrupted,
I'm really good at it.
Gone.
He's not.
Yes.
But look for recipes. There are tons of places out there. I actually sent a friend a whole bunch of websites that have all kinds of vegan recipes on them. There are vegan and vegetarian groups on websites and pages on websites. Try them and play with it. And you know what? I made something over the weekend that I don't think turned out very well. I told you guys I made mushroom gravy, and it's not very good. And I made green soup, and I don't think it's very good. I'm actually going to try and mix them together and see if they're better together.
You can get one good thing.
Because one's overspiced and the other one's bland, so I'm going to mix them together. But try stuff, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I found I probably have a half a dozen really good, solid vegan dishes that I would feel confident serving meat that they would enjoy and feel satisfied and not feel like I cheated them by not serving them meat.
And by introducing that to them, that maybe gives them the incentive to say, okay, Meatless Mondays a go.
And if you guys want to see the ones I cook, like the R&R Journey page, because I put my recipes and the pictures I make and my comments about it on there. So those are over there on the R&R Journey page. Right. So that's our opinion. That's what we think you should do about it. And again, if you're interested in a group where you can kind of work through this and have support around it, let me know, because I'm thinking about making that part of the website as we go forward.
Is our talk locked up yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I don't think it's open to the public, is it?
I don't know. I don't know the details about it.
But we've been asked to give a talk, this virtual talk here, live to an audience.
Yeah, we actually had someone reach out to us and say, hey, can you guys do a speaking engagement around R&R Journey and how you move to being vegan-ish, as we call it. Right. So it's kind of really exciting. It's really exciting for me because I do a lot of public speaking. Russ is like, we need an outline.
I said, yeah, you got to give me a structure. I'm going to be lost there.
So that's in January. And if it's open to the public, we'll definitely let you guys know when it'll be. But it's kind of fun that somebody reached out and said, hey, can you do this talk?
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
But I think we're going to go eat breakfast.
Yep.
If you guys have comments, questions, concerns, whatever, please like, follow, share, all those fun things, because that's how we get to make a difference for people.
Right. And
we really enjoy you all being here. It's fun to see your comments and see your little hearts and happy thumbs ups come across the page. If that's fun for us, because it gives us validation that we're actually accomplishing something.
Exactly. And also, if you have questions, comments, concerns.
I thought I said that already.
I don't think you.
I think I did. I bet we'll go back and watch it.
We'll go back and watch it.
We'll go back and watch it.
Either way,
I said that.
I said it again just to get the point across.
Tell them goodbye, okay?
But now we're going to say goodbye. So with that, we will say, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.